glanced around the large room at the other visitors who had come to meet with prisoners. Although most of the conversation seemed relaxed, even friendly, there was something about the men who wouldn't be walking out the front door when their visit was over. The panic in their eyes that came from the reality of knowing there was no way out. I shivered involuntarily and stared down at the cold, white tabletop. Even though it was only March, the air conditioning in the room was turned up high. I pulled my jacket tighter around me, trying not to shake. The door to the room opened, and a guard let a man in. I almost didn't recognize him. Tom Ford had changed. His dark, greasy hair was cut short, and his acne-scarred face had cleared. He was still small, but his matchstick-thin arms now had muscles. It seemed bizarre to think he was actually healthier now than he had been as a free man. He didn't meet my gaze as he approached the table where I waited for him. When he sat down, the chains around his ankles rattled. "He needs to be back in his cell in 30 minutes, the guard said brusquely, before he turned and walked over to stand next to another guard who leaned against the wall. I smiled at them, but was rewarded with blank stares. I had the distinct feeling they felt the friends and family of prisoners were as guilty as their charges, as if they were somehow responsible for their criminal behavior. The guard who had led Tom into the visitor's room watched me with narrowed eyes, his expression bordering on antagonism. His attention made me uncomfortable, so I swung my gaze back to Tom, who appeared to be ignoring me. I began to feel claustrophobic and extremely uncomfortable. Finally, Tom looked up and frowned at me. "You're that reporter from the newspaper in St. Louis, right? When you called here, I told you not to come, that I changed my mind." I nodded and swallowed several times, trying to calm my ragged nerves. "Why didn't you listen? It's not like anyone's beaten down the doors to talk to me. No one else even bothered to answer my letters." I took a deep breath. "I want to hear what you have to say." My voice was nearly a whisper, and I forced myself to breathe in and out slowly. I had an important task to accomplish. I needed to focus and finish what I came to do. "I was wrong to write to your paper," Tom said gruffly. "Terrence Chase is dead." "Did your letter have anything to do with that special on TV?" I asked. He didn't respond, just stared down at the table. "That show brought a lot of attention to the robbery and Chase. What did you see that prompted you to write to us?" Still no answer. Just a cold glare, probably designed to make me back off. Over $6 million stolen. 2 guards dead, along with Chase's partner. No reaction. I met his gaze head on. "You don't recognize me, do you?" I said finally. "I ain't never met you. I'd remember." I managed a small smile. "The name Sophie Bauer didn't help?" He shook his head. "Still don't know you." "I'm Sophie Wittenbauer." He still looked confused, and I wanted to slap him. "From Kingdom?" Bringing up the small Mennonite town in Kansas where I'd grown up made my stomach clench. Breaking free from that place had been the best thing I'd ever done, and I was certain everyone in Kingdom felt the same way. This time his jaw dropped, and recognition chased away his perplexity. "You look totally different. Your hair's different. And you're not—" He colored and pursed his lips. "Fat?" I had my ugly dishwater blonde hair cut short and streaked. Now I wore it in a cute bob I felt looked good on me. Of course, losing so much weight had changed me more than anything else. And trading my one simple, faded, dirty black dress for attractive modern clothes made a world of difference, too. Thinking about the dress I'd worn in Kingdom, 2 sizes too small, and with a hem that reached to my ankles, made my stomach turn over. I would